Myself. Feedback on the cake.
Happy Friday, Ty.
Friday, Shar.
Well, guys, it's such a great weekend because next week we're going to be kicking off together at the IT Expo right there in Fort Lauderdale with business owners, PE firms, private equity, family offices who are looking at mergers and acquisitions as part of their 2026 strategy. And so I'm so excited, Ty, that we're doing the panel together and that we'll be in front of our community of technology trusted advisors.
100%. This is a great opportunity for not just the IT world and MSP providers to really engage on a topic that impacts them, that's trending right now. People are acquiring smaller MSPs, going into bigger MSPs, and so on. But anybody in business, anybody who's looking in to acquire a business can benefit from this. So if you haven't checked it out, if you haven't signed up, do it today.
Yes. Now let's kind of unpack this because the panel that I'm going to be moderating, it's based on a topic that I felt was always missed when we talk about mergers and acquisitions. Everyone wants to talk about the beginning of it. I always want to talk about, well, why not talk about what happens day one? Because that's still the result of the merger. That's still the result of you buying a company and you exiting your company. And so, Ty, this panel is handcrafted specifically around you and many other experts on the panel to talk about something that no one talks about. It's like, what happens next?
Yeah, no, we're going to talk a lot about really understanding what does a merger mean? What does a successful merger look like? What does a failed merger look like? How do you make sure that the days, weeks, months after the merger is successful and smooth? And what do you need to have in place even before the merger or acquisition takes place to make sure all of those things are accounted for? So, you've done an amazing job, Shar, putting together the panel. You've done an amazing job of facilitating the questions. And I think it's going to be really robust and stimulating conversation, both from the finance side, but also the theory and the practical side as well. People who have done mergers and acquisitions are on the panel, and people who are doing it on a daily basis, so who are constantly iterating their M&A process as well. And then for me, the capital side, this is what we do, and this is how we structure, and this is the things we look for, and this is how we can help you succeed with it.
Well, and I appreciate that, Ty, because one of the things that I wanted to talk about is that it doesn't matter what industry you're in, guys. This happens all the time. Consolidation is probably going to be the word of 2026 because of the things that are happening with AI, the introduction of tariffs, just the power plays that are happening. And so when you think about the industry that we're in, we're going to be talking to technology. We're going to talk to IT firms. But guess what? Those guys touch all the other industries too, because when you buy and sell, any industry that you're currently serving, that customer is going to get impacted. So, Ty, let's start talking about that part because I think a lot of people think, oh, we just deal with what's in front of us. And I'm like, no, Ty and his entire team have done things across multiple industries.
Yeah, and you forgot to mention in that litany of reasons for consolidation is finance, right? A lot of capital is available. A lot of capital people are investing in, capital providers aren't necessarily saying, oh, I can only work in the finance space. Now they're putting money in spaces they don't even know about or they don't even touch. And they're either leaving founders in place or they're bringing independent sponsors in place, but they're like getting into industries because they're profitable and they're industries that they can enhance and improve on. So it's happening all over. It's happening now. It's very rampant. We know of this concept of the silver tsunami.
Yes.
And that is just people divesting their businesses. Like their kids don't want it. And, they've spent 20, 30 years building this up. So what do you do with it, right? You sell it to a PE firm, to a new buyer, to somebody who wants to get into it for the first time. So the whole concept of consolidation is real. It is happening. AI is definitely impacting. There was another announcement, Amazon's laying off more people, just because things are getting smarter, things are getting more efficient. People are getting are depending less on human and looking to technology for faster, quicker, nonstop 24-hour service.
Right.
Yes, in the short term, we're seeing the impacts of job losses, but in the longer term, what we realize is as the silver tsunami retires, as more people exit the workforce, the next generation doesn't have enough people to supply. So we do need technology. We do need to enhance. We do need IT. We do need operators to come in and help us close the gap. There's short-term pain for long-term gain. You will see it fall out or shake out later on. Look at countries like Norway and Sweden and Scandinavia where they have negative birth rates.
Right.
And they have negative birth rates, and they have to get technology or immigration to supplement the workforce and do the things that need to be done. And we're on, we will get to that direction at some point. So I want you all to take away from that the reality that we're living in is a reality of consolidation. It's a reality of mergers. It's a reality of acquisitions, roll-ups, tuck-ins. The business market in the world is moving towards more efficiency, more effectiveness, less waste, more consolidation.
Wow. And Ty, when I think about, how we work with them on our capital side, it's more of where you are today, guys, to get to this next level of mergers and acquisitions possibilities. A lot of you believe it's 2 years from now, 20 years from now. Some of you don't even believe in it, and that's fine. But we want you to know that today is the best day to decide, is your business profitable? Do you have all the right things in motion? Do you have the processes and systems? Is it dependent on you, or is it dependent on your team, or is it dependent on frameworks and SOPs? And all those questions matter, because when you're at the table trying to discuss the value of your business, those are the things that people look at. And having a capital partner with a strategy in place, whether it's today, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, all will work out, because we'll all go back to, when did you start planning your mergers and acquisition strategy?
Yeah, for a lot of our clients, we're asking them to kind of take a look at where you want to be. Even the ones who are buying today, you probably want to get out of it in 5, 7, 10 years. Okay, so what does that look like? What do you need to have in place? What's the structure? How much is the staffing? Like, what are the books? What's the SOPs? Like, what do you need to have in place? And what does 5, 10, 7 years look like from now? Is it 3 locations? Is it 5 locations? Is it a diversified revenue stream? Is it you owning your real estate asset? And if those are the things that are in place, then we can help figure out, okay, when do we buy it? Year 1, year 2, year 3, how do we refinance it later on in order to cash out the equity? Like, all of those types of things, we sit down and we work with you on those strategies.
Well, and I want to be very clear, guys. You might just want an infusion of cash right now for the next 6 months because you're buying a building. Maybe some of you are diversifying your portfolio. Maybe you guys are adding additional services to it, or maybe you want to do an acquisition and it's in a different state. Those are all good reasons to have a capital conversation around something that you have probably no experience at and don't have access to over 6,000 wholesale partners.
Yeah, and that's the thing, right? Your expertise is in the zone of genius that and ours is in finance. And so again, looking at where you are, and Shar said, if you're not there today, if it's somewhere you want to be in a week, a month, a year, 2 years, 5 years from now, we can build a plan to get you there, right? No cost to you to build that plan, put you in place, and get you structured for when you are ready to go and you have the time and the availability and the resources to do the acquisition.
Well, I appreciate that, Ty. And of course, as we wrap up, one of the things, guys, we want to really emphasize is this panel that we're on. This panel is full of experts who have individually mastered what they're doing. Capital is one thing that you can never master, because you need partners to make it happen. And that is the reason why we love our partnership with One Global, because we're able to serve more people. We're able to serve more people and have more creative ways of finding solutions to their problems, whether it's immediate, long term, or it's because they're trying to do something new and different.
I'm super excited about the panel too, because it really is an amazing cross section of practitioners, experts, and people that really can help any MSP business, not just beyond mergers and acquisitions, but truly understand the MSP market, what's trending, what's happening, and how to look forward now. So, as somebody who is not particularly savvy on MSP, but is aware and knowledgeable about the space, and more importantly, is savvy on M&A, I'm really excited to join a panel of really stellar cast members and see what we can offer you in terms of value and how everyone can walk out of the room with a nugget that they didn't have before.
Oh, fantastic. And Ty, again, we'll be together. We'll have a couple of amazing VIP events. We'll also be doing special dinners that are invite only. And then, of course, we've got our amazing booth with the MSP Village. So come and see us, connect with us, and ask us a question. Because I think sometimes, Ty, some people just need someone to ask. And it can't be ChatGPT, because it doesn't have all the understanding of what's possible and what's there.
Yeah. The difference with humans and ChatGPT is we don't have to know exactly what the right prompt is.
Exactly, because we know it already. There you go, Ty. Again, I can't wait to see you, my friend. Can't wait to be with you all week long next week in Fort Lauderdale, working with all of our partners and helping them find the capital partnership best suited for their business. Thanks again, Ty.
You there.